Welcome to Oceans of Possibility Summer Reading for the week of July 17th, 2022 for the Preschool group, Part 2. Octopuses 1 to 10, written by Ellen Jackson, illustrated by Robin Page. Octopuses love to hide. One is safe and snug inside. Octopuses on patrol use 2 legs to take a stroll. Here's an octo oddity. Count each heart. There's 1, 2, 3. Octopuses in disguise have 4 ways to fool your eyes. Short and happy, that's their lot. 5 years are the most they've got. 6 strong arms can help them grab shrimp and lobster, fish and crab. They can wander where they please, swimming through the 7 seas. Celebrate and give a cheer on October 8 each year. Octopuses, they're so fine. You have 1 brain, they have 9. Here are 10 that you might meet, all with arms and none with feet. Pause here for some octopus crafts and octopus treats. The end. We're going to make a foam ball octopus. So what you have in your Crafty Goats kit is, of course, a foam ball with the bottom cut so that it sits without rolling. You have piece of blue construction paper, oops, and a mess, of course. Always a mess with me, huh? But you have blue construction paper. I'm gonna open it up. Ooh, your parents are gonna love me. Okay, I'm gonna open it up. We will have 8 colorful popsicle sticks. You'll have a whole bunch of sequins. And in here you have to dig out 2 googly eyes. There should be 2 in each thing. Might have dropped the one. There's 1 anyway. Oh, the other one did fall. There's 2. And the only thing you'll need for this is some paint, which I have all the colors, but you probably only need 1 or 2 to paint the ball. And you'll need some glue. And I'm going to use just regular school glue. I have it in my little squeezy thing. Well, the first thing we're going to do is put this stuff aside a bit, as best we can. Now you'll have way more than you need for sequins, so go ahead and save some of those for future projects. Or your parents may throw them away because they're going to be all over your carpet. Oh, so sorry, parents. Okay, I'm going to move these aside and my blue paper aside. And the first thing I'm going to do is paint the ball. I'm using tempera paint and the styrofoam ball, so it should dry pretty quickly. I think I'm going to use yellow, make a nice cheerful octopus. So all you do is paint on it Try not to put the paint on too thick so it does dry. You don't have to paint the underneath because that's going to be glued to the paper. And because it is a ball, you're going to get it on your fingers. Just letting you know if you're a little bit, if you think it's icky or whatever, you're sensitive to it, you might want to have a parent help you and turn the ball for you. I know that some people have a real big sensitivity to touching paint, and I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. But once that's painted, which is pretty good there, looks all covered, I don't want too much on it. I'm going to put it aside, and I'm just touching up where I touched. That's what I'm doing over off screen here. And sorry. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oops, I'm noticing I missed the bottom. Sorry, guys. Not the very bottom, but the bottom part of the curve that you can see. I guess because I wasn't turning it over properly. Because I don't mind touching paint, but I make such a mess all the time. Okay, that's pretty good. So we'll put the paint aside. The next thing we're going to do, the next thing I'm going to do is use my paper towels to get it off my fingers. And tempera comes off pretty easily. See, you can barely see it now. I'll wash my hands later. Then we're just going to glue some sequins on our sticks. These will be the tentacles. Now you can pick through them and do specific ones, but I am just going to do it really easily. I'm just going to put glue on each of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Actually, I'm just gonna dip them right in. They're gonna be really funky. Now, if you're looking at the picture that I got it from the internet, of course, it's nice and neat and evenly spaced, but I like this. This is kind of disco. Very cool. And like I said, there's so many sequins here that you're gonna have plenty, and you're gonna have them left over. Oh, I like this. See, you start with a plan and things go differently, and that's okay. Of course, now I have sequins stuck to my fingers. Again, if you don't like touching glue, which is similar to touching paint, you might want to put on some gloves or just carefully put them on, but I'm dipping them. Okay. So that's done. Now I'm gonna take a minute here and pause and go get these off my fingers. So I'll be right back. Okay, I cleaned up my mess. Now what I'm gonna do is take my ball, which is still a little wet, but that's okay. So I have it. I'm gonna put a bunch of glue on the bottom. Like that, and I'm gonna stick it right in the middle there. And this is gonna have to sit here to dry, so next thing I'm going to do is stick my eyeballs on. So you want to wipe your hands off before you shut your eyeballs or else you'll get paint on your eyeball, which is what I just did. But it comes off easily as long as it's still wet. Put a teensy bit of glue on the back of this. I'm going to stick it right there. And again, the paint will help it stick too. You definitely want some glue on it. And 2 eyes. Okay. And you can see some glue coming up here, but that's okay, it'll dry clear. I'm just gonna wipe a little bit off. Okay. Then finally what we're gonna do is glue on the backs of these and stick them on so that he has tentacles. And some of them are going to overlap outside of the paper, and that's okay. Just make sure you can fit them all on. 2, 3. In between each one. 5. 6. Oops. Wasn't paying attention. And usually I try to tape these in between when the bells ring. That's okay. 8. And that is it. That is our fancy dancy octopus with the sequin tentacles. And we'll have to leave him in one place for him to dry for a bit.